Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Charles Sabansi. I want to welcome you guys to another episode of the DREAMERSPRO show, where we cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, and entertainment, and when we give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. And today we have a pretty interesting show for you guys. But before we get into it, please make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel. Also, if you want to follow me on Instagram, my name is Charles Tabansi. My handle is CTABANZ. Also, if you want to catch today's full show before it comes out on YouTube, it is streaming for free on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. We have that pinned in the comment section below. You can check out the DREAMERSPRO podcast. Anyway, let me get into this conversation here. This is going to be a nuanced one. It's going to be a nuanced conversation, and the further we get into this topic, you're going to understand why I'm saying that. So what happened? This morning, excuse me, I came across an article from, Yahoo Sports, and it had a headline that really caught my attention. The headline said the following: NFL reporter Charissa Thompson admits she used to make up fake sideline reports. And I was like, wait, what? An NFL reporter is actually publicly admitting this? This is a pretty serious story, because, in the media, I mean, it's all about stories and what you report and the sources, right? So as I started to read through the article, and I came across her actual quotes where she was publicly admitting it and saw no problem with it. So that's really what we want to focus on today. But before we even get into this article, this video is brought to you by our sponsor, Factor Meals. If you're like me or anybody that works at DREAMERSPRO, chances are you're a very busy person, especially during the lunchtime when you don't have time to go to the grocery store, pick out fresh ingredients, and come back home and cook healthy, delicious meals. Sometimes we're so busy that you just end up finding yourself making a ham sandwich or something like that, which isn't really ideal. And this is the reason why we are excited to be partnering with Factor Meals. Factor Meals is America's #1 ready-to-eat meal kit. You can choose from up to 35 gourmet meals. Every meal is packed with premium ingredients, crafted by Factor Meals' team of culinary experts and designed by dietitians to ensure that every meal is packed with premium science-backed nutritional quality. Your meals are delivered directly to your door, and all you need to do is heat them up in just under 2 minutes. Then they are ready for you to eat and enjoy. So for example, this week, I think I'm gonna go with the Italian herb chicken. What I love is that under every single meal, you can see if it's a calorie conscious option. For example, this meal I just chose is the dietitian approved calorie smart meal, which is around 550 calories or less per serving, and also a protein plus meal with 30 grams of protein or more per serving. So if you want to give it a try, click the link in the description below or head over to factormeals.com/dreamers50 and use code dreamers50 to get 50% off. And remember, when you try Factor Meals by using the link in the description below, remember that you're supporting this channel. Thank you. So let me get into what this article had to say. It continues on to say Fox Sports and Amazon Prime host Charissa Thompson used to be a sideline reporter for NFL games, but she admitted that not everything she reported was true. Speaking on the Pardon My Take podcast, Thompson talked about her experience as a sideline reporter and her conversation and the conversations they have with coaches and players, primarily just before or right after halftime. Typically, before the game starts, the sideline reporter will give any details coaches told them, but she sometimes made up what they say. I've said this before, so I haven't been fired for saying it, but I'll say it again. Thompson said, I would make up the report sometimes because the coach wouldn't come out at halftime, or it was too late. And I was like, I didn't want to screw up the report. So I was like, I'm just going to make this up. She then explained there was no harm in anything she would say to audiences. No coach is going to get mad if I say, hey, we need to stop hurting ourselves. We need to be better on third down. We need to stop turning the ball over and do a better job of getting off the field, she continued. Like, they're not going to correct me on that. I'm like, it's fine. I'll just make up the report. Criticism of Charissa Thompson. Several reports criticized Thompson's admission of giving fake reports, with people saying it hurts the credibility of the job and trust with coaches. Young reporters. This is not normal or ethical, ESPN reporter Molly McGrath said. Coaches and players trust us with sensitive information, and if they know that you're dishonest and don't take your role seriously, you've lost trust and credibility. A good portion of the public doesn't trust the media, the Athletic reporter Chris Krishner said. I cannot believe she would proudly admit this. This causes significant harm to the people who actually take the job seriously. It's entirely unethical and worthy of never working in the field again. What a bad look for the job at hand, former U.S. soccer star, Apple TV, MLS host Taylor Twellman said. Sideline reporters who put in the work and hustle for gaining the respect of subjects at hand don't deserve this narrative. If you lie, you hurt all of those in the profession and those coming after you. Weak. Carissa Thompson's past admission of fake reports. Like Thompson said during the appearance on Pardon My Take, this isn't the first time the Thursday Night Football host has said she made up reports as a sideline reporter. In her Calm Down podcast in 2022, Thompson told Fox Sports' Erin Andrews she would make up sideline reports, something Andrews also said he had done for a coach that I didn't want to throw under the bus. And then the article goes on to say a few other things. That's a very, very serious admission. And I want to get into a robust conversation around this today. Why am I saying this? Because it's someone that's in the media. Some people may not feel that, but I believe we are. And we have people that come to our channel every day to hear news. We produce shows 6 days a week. You're going to come across a lot of information. Sometimes you're going to come across this information, from articles. Sometimes you're going to come across this information from tweets. Sometimes you're going to come across this information via the videos themselves, where, for example, Marcellus Wiley says X, and we're talking about what he said. Chances are we're going to play the audio of what he said. So that is a direct source. So such and such person said that. And then we're going to react to what he said in terms of him giving his opinion on something. Now, if, for example, we play an audio of, let's say, Skip Bayless, and Skip Bayless is talking about something he heard or a conversation he had with someone that he didn't report, then we can consider that a secondhand source. But people like us who are not plugged in directly into these sports industries, I don't know agents, I don't know these guys, you're taking their word at face value and believing that it is true. Now, recently we produced a show. Was it a show or a live? I think it was a show. I don't remember. Around some comments that were made on Stephen A. Smith's podcast as it pertained to LeBron James. Because, LeBron with the drama. LeBron had some drama a few weeks ago. I'll say about a week or so ago. But anyway, he was on this show and he was talking about LeBron and D Wade and all of these things. And then he was talking about the Miami Heat with the comments LeBron made about the Miami Heat. And then he brought up the point about how people were surprised that LeBron didn't attend Kobe Bryant's funeral. Now, prior to that, I had never published a show on this. Kobe passed in 2020. I never did. Like, it wasn't even on my radar, to produce a show like that. I never did. But when Stephen A. Smith said it, it then made me to think. And then I said, well, why didn't you show up? Then what happened? Some people now came out and said, well, wait a minute. Stephen A. Smith got it wrong because other reports are saying that LeBron did attend. And then it created this kind of back and forth where some people are saying Stephen A. Smith got it wrong. LeBron did attend. So what Stephen A. Smith was saying, he wasn't a trustworthy source. And then other people were saying, no, I got it from this source. I got it from that source. The point I'm making is this. Sometimes the information that you get can be verified. And other times you just have to trust what the person is saying. In the case of what this young lady is saying, let me get her name. Oh goodness, let me get the name here. I think I closed out the article. Let me get Carissa Thompson. People listening to her are going to trust the fact that given the fact that she's on TV, that she knows these coaches and all of these players, that whatever she says is true. And now what we're beginning to find out is that sometimes it's not true. What I am here to say is you can never be 100% right all the time. That would be a foolish notion to carry with you. Because now you have to say, whenever I say this, or whenever I report on this is true, when really you're just reporting on something somebody else reported on, unless you yourself were there. And sometimes you find yourself, caught up in these type of things. Some people are like, put out an apology video for what the LeBron thing. I don't even know what's true or not. Stephen A. Smith said, I trust Stephen A. Smith because he's an insider. And other people are saying other things. I don't know. Because now if I start saying that, Stephen A. Smith was wrong, well, how do I know he's wrong? I'm not 100% sure. And I don't want to get into the back and forth. If I was wrong, then I apologize for it. If I'm not, then I'm not. because sometimes you're going to get it right, you're going to get it wrong. Even the people asking me to do that have also gotten it wrong. So that's why I don't understand what all of this virtue signaling is about, because then we can now start going through all of the content you yourself have produced and realize that maybe 100% of what you produce over time is not 100% factual. So some people need to relax, especially content creators, because they're taking a little bit too far. They're acting like as if they're these virtuous individuals, which is crazy to me, because you see us do a live and we have our audience, and you see them copy and pasting the name of their channels in our live chats. So people go over to them like, what are we talking? Is that ethical? Why are you trying to ride somebody else's wave? Anyway, so this is a pretty big admission. I'm not surprised that people within her industry push back on her, because they want to sustain the integrity and the integrity of what they're doing. But to me, I guess this is something that happens from time to time, right? Am I surprised by it? Yes, but I'm not shocked, right? I'm not shocked. What's shocking is that she's admitting it publicly. So what I want to know from you guys, what do you think about this report? What do you think about our analysis? Whatever you guys think, please leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section. We catch you guys on the next show. Peace.